In this video, we'll show you how you can integrate existing external pricing libraries into Beacon Front Office Suite. These might be written in C++, C#, or even R or Rust. To do this, we'll make use of Beacon's Grommet dependency graph and the financial object hierarchy. So let's start by opening the Beacon IDE. Here we can see a few sample demo prices that we set up using different programming languages. For this video, we'll focus on a C++ example, but the same principles apply throughout. Let's look at the CPP pricer script. We'll start by importing Beacon's Futures Options pricer and a couple of helper packages, as well as the last close to get the latest market data. For the demo, we'll use ctypes and quantlib swig as examples to help us work with C++ pricer code. We've already got the Black-Scholes C++ pricer code copied into our development repo and compiled it, as you can see here. In order to then pass the pricer inputs to the C++ library, we need to create a class to extend the Beacon Futures Option pricer and define the option premium price. We've then added the ability to price either a European or American option. Note that when the new pricer function is defined, we can then override the pricer using Grommet with one line of code. Finally, we define a test function to price the asset's default instrument, and let's F9 that to see what happens. As you can see, we've got a crude oil option, and we get prices for the default Beacon pricer, the C++ European option price, and then the American option, which uses a 170-step binomial tree to converge on a price. You can do the same thing with C# or R, but to do that you'll need to launch the IDE with the relevant Docker image. If you're using a C# pricing DLL, for example, you'd need to launch with the .NET repo by right-clicking on the IDE icon and selecting the correct Docker image. You can even compile the DLL in your Python script if needed. We can make this look a little nicer with a simple Glint app so that we can go beyond just a default instrument. We've got a generic version of the app that will work with different pricer code, as you can see. There are a few Grommet bindings for pricer inputs, a controller section, and then the Glint containers. All in all, it's 300 lines of code. If we run the app launcher for the C++ pricer, again with F9, it pops up the app in a new tab. Now we can switch to a different contract. Let's go with NatGas. We can change the contract month, and as you can see, Glint sits on top of Grommet, so changing any input in the dependency graph in the app instantly reprices the options. It's running both prices, so you can compare the model output and even include a simple plot. So to summarize, in order to integrate your external pricing libraries in Beacon platform, or if you want to build challenger models and run them side by side, it can be as straightforward as extending the Beacon pricer and defining a premium price function to call your prices.